hopefully, can we please see some CNED Jet? Oh no, but we see CNED Yoru. Okay.
Yoru.
Oh, he's done this on Na'Vi before, and I quite liked it, to be honest with you.
Is this a win con for them if they're playing into a very capable comeback Neon on the other side?
Yeah, I think they definitely need to watch out for the AWPs, like the aggressive AWPs, like off angles, and like even AWPing on attack. I wouldn't be surprised if they like kind of put Yetajay in the pack and let CNED kind of go off by himself with an AWP.
Yeah, and something from Gentlemates is they were recently playing some chamber, testing that out, and they've switched away from that, and they were doing quite well in the recent events they're playing, and so it's interesting to see Vikash now back on Sova. It worked well with the Fade on Bind, but a bit of a question mark here for me.
Yeah, Mr. Fallen Omen. This is what you wanted to see. You didn't want a
They're going to lose now,
Omen.
of course, because I'm cursing everything today.
Yeah, because everything's about you, Mini. But Gorilla, what do you think?
I think if CNED can really show us, like, yeah, he's back, I think FUT take it, but like, I'm leaning Gentlemate still.
Ooh, okay. Well, we're going to find out in just a moment because it's time to hop back into the decider here and throw this back to two people who never make it about them. It's Mitch and Tom.
No, I'm actually Mini, and this is Mini.
I'm going to out-Mini the Mini today.
I'm going to out-Mini the Mini.
That's what I'm
Mini, you've been
out-Mini'd
out-Mini'd by Mini and Mini.
There we go. Well, it's time to see if the bounce back from FUT is just for a single map or if they're about to dominate here on Lotus as well. The decider between these teams, and I am excited to see CNED on a duelist. It's not quite the Jet, but the Yoru, you don't have to convince me.
Oh yeah, the man was always aggro whenever he played this. I think I remember him first playing on like a Na'Vi, and it gave me nightmares, and not for good reasons. He'd flash his whole team and then still managed to find 3 kills. It's the most CNED things ever. Then again, when he used to play this map, he used to just run in and swing angles on Jet. So I think we're going to see a little bit more. Mr. Farland taking over the smokes is not something I'm too worried about. And already, an aggressive start to this from Mates. I'd say compositionally, I prefer what Mates have on the table, but that has never stopped FUT before.
Well, aggression from Mates as they've already taken full Roble control and they look to continue swinging deep into the spawn. Zeus has got a bit of a battle on his hand, caught with util, but he still does a lot of damage. Prox holding on to life. Those shields have kept him alive. Comeback on 22 as well. It could be an easy close depending on how these fights go as FUT retake that Roble control. There's no one here, but they've set up a trap a little bit further back.
Fake teleport.
Lead from Mates right now is solid, but the paranoia going through. My main worry is if they know how far forward Yetajay currently is, and the answer is a resounding no. Even still, though, with his teammate falling, they now have the info. It doesn't seem to matter, though. Yetajay has been in great form. He's waiting and almost gets the job done. Instead, though, it's left onto Mr. Farland. Spike has been spotted. 2 players are within
left.
a single bullet from death. With a frenzy in hand, he has a fair few bullets to play with.
Wrap around through spawn. It's comeback that will be the first point of contact. Smoke goes out towards B. Both those players hearing it. They think that's where the play is coming through. It looks like a free pick. But the steps made. Oh, he still grabs the kill. Mr. Fallen, full HP. 1 versus 2 now with the plant for him. The question is, does he commit to a deep wraparound? Is he just looking for a pick because they're already on the site? He's going to be too slow. He has to go back in the other direction now. Having cleared this out completely. Is no way. Oh, now he hears them. He knows they're here. The steps made on the way back as well. Paranoia lined up, fired out, and both caught by it. It delays them a little bit further. The smoke out was risky, and the frenzy. A few bullets left. They need the reload. Mr. Fallen. I don't know how he stayed alive for so long. Oh, Mini. So reliable so far, but he falls at the first hurdle here on Lotus.
The last 2 days, I feel like we're getting more galaxy whiffs than I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's just moments before disaster. There's a Red Bull clutch, by the way. This is just... He reloaded mid-fight. Like, how is he able to do that? Oh, no. I like the immediate fist bump from it. He's like, yeah,
good job, guys. Good job.
I'm fist bumping my way out of this one. He was fighting his demons. They were actually to his left and right.
Yeah, they might have been pulling at the mouse there. I think that's his best excuse. That's tough. pistol rounds for mates. We talked about the win rate. It was 50-50 for this roster coming into this final map, but now they're in the red. Living up to the name that was set for them by the previous iteration. FUT
And the percentage is now
not good. 2 out of 5, right?
It's not
40.
that hard. It's not that hard.
I forgot how many pistols there were. That's the hardest part. FUT dominate those battles. It's an easy close and 2 for 0 to start. That's 100% of the rounds for FUT.
Nice.
Thank you. I worked hard on that one.
2-0. This time they have kept it clean. Second fastest attackers team on low. Who was number 1? You can't leave me hanging.
You want to guess? We can tell you if you're right or wrong.
This was
Quick. I don't know. Oh dear, oh dear. Who's quicker than FUT? I don't think that's a title that anybody wants.
Fast on attack. I don't know. Maybe we can get that answer fed through to us as the game goes on. For now, I can tell you that the opening pick has gone to mates. 10 HP left on VCTEMEA, but he survives the initial battle. A lot of weaker weapons on the side of FUT, but those Bulldogs can still do quite a bit of damage. The Guardian on Zeus, a scary thing to face off against.
Yedajay Stinger. Every time, I've not really brought it up, but every time he seems to deliver. Probably this will be the time he doesn't, now that I've said it, but they're already spawning up against Minion. Nope, there you go. Double spray down, of course. Plant.
Them down.
Not going to be easy with 2 players able to spam through that cross. Estefan is going to join. From here onwards, any extra kills, it's going to cause damage.
30
That
seconds
plant
left.
will come through. But
Spike
it might,
planted.
no, not quite. Doesn't quite reach.
Just about safe. Still the numbers to fight against. Spam's doing damage. He's down to 50. Door open. They've got info on a player potentially isolated. Swing them together. Good stuff. But they've taken quite a few blows. Mr. Fallen already out of the round, and Krax is surrounded and dealt with. 2 players left alive for Gentlemates. It's 2-1.
Yeah, I think from the position FUT we're in, they won't be too mad with that. I want to see how Cena's going to continue to play this, though. The fact that he went running through. Well, there you go, okay.
Got your answer.
Team on Los is Team Liquid. Expected that. Like, you've got Nats on your team. You want to play slow so that he can get in behind. You want to play quick.
Takes him about 46 seconds to plant, so with 54
46
seconds
seconds is a very long time, I've been told.
It's impressive, but yeah, 54 or so left on the clock when they go for that. Interesting. Well, let's see if FUT can pick up the pace.
Yeah, you gotta go quicker now, guys.
They've got CNET
Claim
to
the
work
record.
with.
Well, he managed to die within like 4 seconds last round, so.
Impressive. Only had an outlaw, though. He's upgraded that sniper, this time working with the operator.
He'll live for an extra 15 seconds now.
I'm not so sure. CNET with the off is a scary man to fight against, and let's not forget, he did leave VCTEMEA on 10 HP. He did hit his shot. Yeah.
Prox will be forced back. His teammate in the drone, but a stun cross map from Kamek. He does have Hunter's Fury, but decides not to pop it, which is actually unfortunate. You see how many players are there. That could have been the greatest Hunter's Fury we've ever seen. Instead, he may just use it to disrupt.
That would be shooting fish in a barrel with a big old bow. Shots not quite landing.
Oh,
They managed to evade every pulse of it, and at this point, no info. They could be going back.
the big
They could be
ball.
fighting elsewhere. But as the smoke goes down and the door swung wide open,
30
FUT
seconds
are faking out that A site. They're looking to take the battle towards Link. The flash already pushing them back. Running through the snake fight. Cned's not deterred. He's got Yedajay on the other side. That swing needs to be well timed. It's good for Yedajay. They distracted for him. And he has certainly done well with that opportunity. We're down to a 2 versus 3. And VCTEMEA stuck in the corner with CNED's op to contend with. and he won't be winning that battle. Third time lucky for CNED, third round for FUT.
Oh, I feel like that stat's about to drop. That round was left incredibly late, down to the 10-second marker as they finally get themselves that plant. And I was nervous up until the sort of Yettage double. That little bit of bait that came through from the teammate of, I think it was CNED, wasn't it? Just gave enough space for him to take the fight. And although I think Comeback did reasonably well here, just to try and delay them that little bit more, wasn't enough. Mr. Farlin late on the lurk as well. It's already going to be a 3-1 start and a much earlier pause this time from Gentlemates, maybe noticing some of the same issues that they had on the last, wanting to quell them a bit earlier.
Well, Yettage being a standout player for this squad so far. His Stinger has done damage, and with all those kills on the board, he is now just 8 kills away from getting his 1,000th kill in EMEA. It's always fun to track those milestones, and I think for this guy, I can remember quite a lot of those. He is an impact player at his finest.
Do you know what the stat I really want to know is?
What's
and this
that?
is one that they won't be able to get.
Oh, yeah?
Is how many kills to scream ratio is there? Not scream the player as in him shouting.
Yeah,
because I think, I'm wondering if he's screamed more on the stage than he has got kills.
I think if you told me he's had less than 1,000 kills, I would confidently guess he's had more than 1,000 screams.
Me too.
I think so. The ringing in my ears at night tells me that that's the case.
And if that stat comes up, Captain Cow, you've watched a lot of demos.
That's a lot of replays.
Or someone's been counting the whole time, in which case, go outside. Nonetheless, 3-1.
Feels like every stat we put up, his mates have the lowest stat for this. 8% of retakes won when it comes to this map. Again, old roster, but
yeah,
at
it
least
was
for
different.
Pistols, they've been holding true to that negative win
He
rate.
said the stat is undoable. Boo. Go and count, man. We must have put most of them out as clips on Twitter anyway. So.
Count the tweets.
Exactly. Well, count the screams within the tweets.
Exactly.
3-1. This is about as low of a buy as you're going to see, but the overdrive is available for Comeback. And he's bought full shields. Clearly waiting to see where FUT end up going, but they have been playing things very slow. I feel like that stat is going to be blown out of the water. A different look to this squad. They mentioned the addition of Jonta, very experienced coach, and someone I believe is much happier to try and take things that little bit slower, feel out the map a bit more. 35 seconds left. It does make me nervous in rounds like this. Your opponents are much more likely to
30
stack.
seconds left.
So the fact that you're only really starting to probe the sites now is a bit scary. They have got it right, though.
25 seconds, 20 now as they put boots on the ground. The spike making it to the site. Candle bleeding its last life, but the utility not in time. That plant will be secured. The cost of HP, but a trade they're willing to make, and a fight potentially for C-Link, but it is only the ult put down. Luckily, because it didn't catch so many of them. Pushing into the pistols, always a dangerous thing to attempt. Comeback, pops the ultimate, comes out, lasers from his fingers, and he's already found one. It's flying in favor of Gentlemates, with only Yettage left. A big step towards his 1,000th kill, if he can find this, but that guy's just there ready and waiting. A sliver of health left, but he lands the shot first.
God, an incredible round from mates. Like, they don't even have to invest anywhere near as much. They put in the overdrive, and sure, I think it helped for Comeback to take some space, but the pay save card Thrifty, a lot of it comes through of, the pistols. It's the kill from Mini to start, another comes up from Prox as well. And, just a team effort on their timing and getting back into the site. It's incredibly impressive, but I don't know how FUT have managed to let that one slip.
I mean, the clock seemed to be their biggest enemy, but once the plant is secured, they're up against pistols on the retake. They've got everything they need to pull that through, even committing the Nightfall to slow down, to buy that little bit of extra time. Gentlemates, an AWP recovered, now in the hands of Comeback. It's going to be tanked up as well. Just eating the boombot. The spray a little high, but Zeus, as he swings on out, he finds out that that AWP is well and truly waiting for the peak.
Wow, Comeback, it definitely seems like fear wasn't a part of his DNA.
Cover going out.
continually fighting, swinging. Well, Farland's going to try and find him. Would need a missed shot, and those really haven't been happening too much since getting this operator. Yedajay hoping to bait him into the fight, but the full squad is here alongside Comeback this time. A much cleaner round for the side of Mates and a mass boost to their economy. The last round winning with a thrifty. This round winning with 4 alive. They are now starting to really bolster themselves in the defense.
You can see the logic there of taking that fight, though, from Mr. Fallen. You know that the op's in that position after it already finding those picks. This one here, he's one hit to any weapon. So why not take it up against the op? A risk that his teammate can't quite take, or at least can't justify. But yeah, you're right, Comeback. He's landed every single shot with it. Giving that weapon over to him certainly seems to be a pitfall that FUT now have to fight out of. And it's with pistols in their hands that they will attempt to do so. Already pushing him back from that C control. They've grabbed themselves an orb that's going to go on Zeus, so showstopper available. Is this the round to commit it in? They might need a pick first.
Yeah, they've got a lot of ults to play with, so they could maybe throw one in just to cycle them, but... And it's like, what impact will the From the Shadows or the Neural Theft really have? And up against the Outlaw, probably not too much of a chance. Comeback is just looking to show straight up disrespect. Already left to just CNED, and that's not pretty at all. An in-zone flawless for Mates as they now take the lead in this map.
I love that change-up as well. Why bring the op into a round like this where you know that what you're going to be up against is those weaker weapons? You're giving them a potential easy pick if they flood you, and then a big weapon in return. Instead, play the Outlaw. Your teammates aren't one hit to it. You get 2 shots, and even one landing will get you the kill. Minimal losses for him. Regardless of what sniper's in Comeback's hands, he has been delivering. This is a crazy start from him, 10-4, and the lead in the hands of Gentlemates as a result of Comeback showing up like this.
Oh, he's coming again. They proved that they're strong on the defensive side of this map when they played over in Turkey. He's using the pit to almost just shroud his peaks, but hasn't gone to plan. CNED has already taken a massive amount of space. They're looking to try and get in behind. He spotted Mini, wants to try and clear him out, but I think realizing he's stuck in the mud, the pit's being, wow, destroyed, but it doesn't even matter. Finally, Zeus, Yedajay combined, but Zeus fell before his showstopper landed.
Yeah, CNED felt comfortable putting that TP in towards C-Link, knowing that the B site was clear, but Kamek was so quick to fill in that space and move towards the C site because of the information that Comeback got them with that early peek. They knew Omen was close, they knew Raze was on that side as well. And because of that rotation, Kamek gets himself an easy pick. Now 2 versus 3, not an easy situation to win out.
Where are you?
With the plan to tree control for them, Yedajay is playing a very late lurk. He's wrapping up behind them. They don't know he's here, and this could be an easy pickup. He's got players looking the other way, but the one man that was spotting behind them eventually picks him up and leaves Cracks to do it all. That Rolling Thunder is going to stun him. I don't think he can stop this now. His swing is going to be into 2 players. The diffuser inside a smoke, and an impossible task ahead of him.
Yeah, fair play. I didn't expect to see the Rolling Thunder committed, but clearly for Mates, just making sure that they get this round over the line was far more important. And while with the damage that it has done to FUT's economy, they are going to now see that pause taken. He mentioned it. Kamek's reaction there was everything. The major issue, though, is, we mentioned it throughout the game so far, Zeus has been dominant. But now that CNED's moved over to the Yoru, he's struggling as well. So it doesn't seem like the double duelist, the 2 stars that we wanted to see, are really delivering whatsoever.
No, they're looking flat. They're bottom fragging on their squad, bottom fragging on the server as well, with Gentlemates showing up. And this is a team that's playing for survival here in VCT. The previous iteration, still led by this coaching staff, it was not pretty. 3-9. Victories to losses. It has been a very tough year for Gentlemates, but now it seems the changes that they've made have taken them in the right direction. It seems the man on your screen is having the impact that previously they were missing. Even players like Mini, sure, a little more quiet here, but he was the commanding force for this squad, not just in terms of in-game leading, but in the fragging department as well. You saw it at the in between the maps. The highlight from Mini, your Herman Miller highlight, that he won that 2v4 for them with a 4K on the previous map. Gave Gentlemates one of the few rounds they found there. That's the thing. Right now, it's all about comeback, but we know how deep this bench can go for Gentlemates.
Oh, the buy from FUT is still not a solid one. Krax is going to have his trusty Guardian. Hopes of doing some damage, but expectation is it's not much to be had. You also have to bear in mind that Showstopper and Dimensional Drift were used in the last round. So it's not even like they can pad the gap with ults, they can throw in anything extra. It's just going to have to be a more direct take. Well, that's not the start they were looking for. Okay.
Big show up from Prox. FUT having absolutely no sign of life in this round. It's an in-zone flawless for the defensive side, straight out of the pause. They're continuing this win streak. That's now 5 rounds in a row, and they're only getting more dominant.
Oh yeah, we've started to see the flawless rounds come through. The worst thing there is they actually get past a lot of the utility, but Prox just catches both of them with their pants down. The utility used to isolate a lot of those fights. Well, FUT are going to come back into this one. It really does feel like it needs to be now.
You look at that fight, the fact that mates are able to send Vekaj deep through B to spam that door, that's not something you'll see a lot because you have to be conscious of the space outside of B, of players being in that area, lurking up late. And mates having such a good read on that space being wide open is a massive problem. FUT becoming a bit two-dimensional in their approach, and it was read perfectly, giving them that extra pick and taking away valuable utility, valuable weapons from that fight. We move to round number 10. FUT still on 3, but with a decent chance. They could still be neck and neck at the halftime.
CNED has got them a lot of space. I guess they had the read. They TP'd into the back of that A site. Was happy to take the risk. Nightfall also available for them here and immediately used.
CNED's given away. No surprise anymore. Player hadn't ran back. He's still standing his ground, and they'll take him down easily. Vekaj on his another. They're crumbling. The dominoes falling, and we need to see a stall. It could be Krax. He's already found his first, but Mini's operator, the one that draw blood times 2. It's Yetajay alone, and they're jumping through that corner. Kamek ready and willing to lay his life down for the round, and it's not even needed. Mates so good on the retake here, and that's one win rate that you can't take away from them.
Well, the impressive thing from them here is that you look at these two teams, you go, okay, one of them coming into the year is basically 5 players that are coming up from the tier 2 to try and make it in the league, and the other team is 4 players and 1 rookie who's a superstar that is going to be facing off against them. Team that's looking more controlled, more structured, better in terms of synergy is mates. I don't even really think it's arguable. You look at that retake, that was a 5v5, weapons on the board, they hit the Nightfall, they throw the Seas, everything lands, and then they just get wrecked. It doesn't look like they had that same interplay as their opponents. Comeback as well. It's been a force to be reckoned with. Even just willing to try and tank the Prowler, well, he's tanked the bullet as well.
Oh, that was close. CNED down to 39. And he even gets a shot off after. There's a world where he's out of this round and numbers are even. Instead, it's a 5v3. This is not a round that FUT can afford to lose. They're already trailing by so much. A walk-through with an Odin.
Yeah.
And Mr. Fallen wins that with a pistol. Right, he just gifted that kill.
I take back everything I said. Never mind. I was wrong. Oh no. Somehow though, Mini has made this one look competitive. CNED desperately low on HP in the spike. I'm not stuck. They could go back.
This is CNED's.
Trying to sell the idea that they have shot-taking Kamek, trying to be a bit spicy himself, has Mini alongside him. That's a 3rd kill already for him in this round.
30 seconds left.
He was the savior when it came to a few across the last couple of maps, but this was one of the most damning situations we've seen for Mate so far. And now, well, looking at weaponry, indeed, but looking at positioning though, Krax has found a gap, but there's only 14 seconds left. Stun could delay them enough. In fact, it's perfect. But he's just going to try and escape this one. Nice work from Kamek. That plant is coming through though. Nothing that he can do to stop Krax, and now on the close angle, look at the HP. There shouldn't be a chance. Krax is going to try and swing this one down to the finest of margins, and it will be Krax to close it. It's a pay save card, Thrifty, that gets them a fourth.
That's from a 5v3. They had to catch a player looking the other way. With Mini down and out, he was the player picking up a triple, putting his wall up to cause problems for that operator. Was it dropping it just in time?
It was a 2v5.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was 2v5.
Yeah, the double there. Not even the 2v4. And the fact that they're able to bring it so close, it's worrying. It's concerning. You can see the belief in the Gentlemates booth. 7-4. Still a chance to have double the rounds of their opposition. No matter what, Mates will be walking into the next half with the lead.
Some of their recent matches, though, it was their defensive side that proved to be favored. Although the same could be said. FUT's attack. My main worry, though, again, is still that I think in some of the victories, I think it was this map where we saw Zeus just utterly carry them through it.
My eyes are down.
Seems like he's having an off day. Maybe the change is not benefiting him. Well, he's just run straight into the blender. When you're trying to go through a Viper Spit snake bite, I think there's an orb in the mix as well. There is. He ain't coming out alive.
Toxins going up.
They managed to take him down in the previous, but he still had 3 scalps under his belt before that one was gone. He'll now be left to solo hold the C site. As Mini is alone, comeback is dealt with on P. An opening pick for the side of FUT, but they're not taking it there. Moving back around to this A site. Trying to link up with Yetije, but there's been no space conceded. This is still being held by Prox. When they pushed into him, he's caused problems before. And he'll only find the one here. Reveal, good for one. Not so spammable for Vekaj, and he has to just concede the space. Play from the backside. But look at Kamek is close by.
Caught by the flash. The time's starting to tick away. 10 seconds left as they're going to try and plant what CNED has done well to defend them.
Shadows traveling.
Mr. Farlin tagged low. The Aftershock doing its job, but not quite finishing the meal. And it's down to these 2 players once again, but they're being wrapped on. Mr. Farlin's positioning, he should be dead to rights. He's managed to survive. Just walks away scot-free. The shot, however, onto Krax. That wasn't even meant for him. He's bit the bullet for his brother, but ultimately, there's still so much more to be had. Mr. Farlin knows his opponent's also desperately low, and he will take it home. But at the final stages of the half have found their footing. But there is still so much more to do.
A resurgence in the end, but they still have to scale quite a climb back if they lose the pistol for Gentlemates. 7-5. This is VCT life on the line this season. They're starting out with the right foot forward. We'll be back after the break to see how this map ends.
Red Bull gives you wings.
2 rounds between these teams, and the pistol round could split the difference in favor of FUT. Welcome back to map 3 of the series. We're on Lotus to see who is going to be starting out stage 2 with a victory. For Gentlemates, this means everything. For FUT, bringing in CNET as well, this would certainly be proof that they're on the right path.
Yeah, maybe proof that he should be sticking to the Omen. It's definitely been a tougher time, but going on to the defense, if he can get that operator in early,
Scanning ahead.
I definitely have the belief that it'd be a big factor already stuck in the mud. For Sova, Bekash definitely causing them issues, and it seems like, at least early, they wanted to try and pressure here, but instead the orb will be their goal.
Will be taken. But one thing for Gentlemates in this half that FUT didn't really have to struggle with is that flank control. They don't have those trips. They're not certain that no one's pushed into A lobby. They're not certain that there's no one up on B. So everything has to be cleared manually. At least to start, they're running into empty space, but soon they'll be spotted. Crack's about to see quite a number of them, and now the read is easy for FUT to make.
Still though, the rest of the players are still that little bit further away. Delay definitely being bought by Yedajay. This comeback to deal the blow. Cracks will fall as well. An advantage picked up by mates. And this 3-man retake should be difficult. They're going to go swinging in, but Zeus still hasn't managed to connect.
Player standing.
Winning this pistol for FUT could put them even, but for mates, that lead could extend. Mr. Fallen stands in their way. Already thinning the herd, and he's left it to a winnable 1v1, but he's caught with paranoia in hand. Mini's triple matches that of Mr. Fallen, and it's a pistol round win for Gentlemates.
I feel like there'll be a few clenched cheeks after that one. Definitely a bit over-aggressive in the 1 versus 4. Mr. Fallen did incredibly well. The shot on the player coming up the rope was lovely. And then the reaction onto Prox. And luckily, Mini is that safe.
Fake confidence, guys. Chill.
There you go. He's fired it himself. Don't need that over-aggression. 16-7 once again. We've spoken a lot today about the new man comeback, but sometimes it's the old stuff that does the best. Calling Mini old as if he's not also a youngster. He's been here a little bit longer. For FUT, any damage would be nice. It seems like they're going to challenge this smoke. It feels like a risky game. There is still one more player here, but it is just classics.
Even getting the jump on them here. Getting more than one shouldn't be possible. Really needs a big performance to put the numbers back in their favor. Krax is at least able to take another, but still, it's a 2 versus 3. The spike for them, no weapons retrieved on the side of FUT.
Spike planted.
And from here on out, the angles they're coming from should be easy to predict. The flank watch every now and then from Mini. Actually, he's just tucking. He's letting them walk up.
Do something.
Grenade!
Well placed.
Yeah, it's going to force come back out, but they didn't really push anything off it. He can just go right back into the same angle. 2 players are at least 1 shot to the head from dying. I think they're just considering that they don't really want to give any additional orbs over, just try and hold on that cross instead. And there you go. That's 1 extra gun down. Not a bad round from FUT whatsoever. Okay. Krax really has done a great job of making that cross lead. 3 in a round where he only had a classic. Well, they should use that one in an ad.
Myself. And 9th on the board now. For mates, it is costly, as you said. Krax does a wonderful job following up on Yedajay's aggression here, turning the eye of Kamek, allowing him to grab 1, but it's this cross that's really an unpredictable level of damage, swinging into Prox, and taking him down as well. That's a lot of value found by so little, and the reward is massive. Mates come into this round with a lot of stingers. We could see a much more direct approach from this squad now to make up for their lack of ranged weaponry.
Oh yeah, they're sending it straight in towards this side of the map. We'll see how the Yedajay hold deals with this. Mr. Farling, he's under pressure, but Yedajay still sat in the back corner. His spam's doing more than enough. Don't really need to overfight this one from here. At least they will have retrieved an additional rifle, but Prox is tagged low.
I'm a big fan of Yetterjay's patience in this series. Just backing out has given them a leg to stand on in this refight. And they will do wonders for their scoreline. 3 behind now. I think this has been a factor throughout the entirety of the game, of the series. And we heard it even from Mini on the analyst desk. The fact that FUT previously have been a team that likes to flood in. They like to get aggressive. But here, after he finds one, Yetterjay, a little bit of spamming, backs out, and they take it together. No. Much better look to the squad.
Yeah, looking very controlled. Something they're going to need in this defensive half. I also think mates have been accustomed to some over-aggression, some over-peaks in moments that can definitely let the game slip away. That round, of course, not talking about that. You've got SMGs, go for it, take a risk. This C site seems to be a massive point of call. Now, obviously, a lot of the time you're going to see a Senti alongside a Viper. Maybe they think the Sentinel of Yetterjay isn't going to be enough, while CNED has just been wrecked. Oh, Zeus, though, is going to even things up again.
It's a little ambitious from Prox to go for that TP up top. They had a smoke down, but a player standing ahead of it, not cleared now. He's being dealt with. Mini, feeling confident, will keep on swinging, and it's body's on the floor as he does. I think they just saw cracks. Maybe not, actually. They're looking in other directions as well, but now they certainly have the info to work with, and comeback takes him down through the wall. Mates on the cusp of finding their first win with this squad and starting out stage 2 with a victory.
It's crazy how good Mini is, genuinely. Looking like the best player in a server full of stars. And a lot of this, it does feel like at times his IGL style is screw it, I'll do it myself. Like just so clean with the aim, taking down, as said, other players you would put in a superstar bracket and making them look like chumps. One away from having his Viper's Pit online. Who's surprised by that? And more importantly, even the buy in this round from FUT isn't good, but in the next match, it'll be way worse.
I love this bait from Mr. Fallen, staying aggressive, then TPing back while they've got a player in the corner. They late push out into that space, but see nobody. Steps now heard on the other side of the map. Crash,
oh, no.
He's got a free kill. Now they know where he is. They'll look to deal with him together, and it's the slide from comeback to take 2. Fighting their way around that backside. CNED still to contend with, and he just gets out of there with the gate crash. A 3 versus 3. FUT have bought themselves an advantage from where they started, at least. The Sheriff worked wonders, but the site now has to be retaken.
Losing Mini early means no Viper's Pit. And already Zeus has stepped up onto Prox. He's been caught again. It has been a regular story. Comeback, no! It's just going to style them to end the round. A lovely final shot to remove Mr. Fallen. Well, there's a reason his name has been coming up for the last couple of years while being too young to enter the league. There's a reason that mates were willing to spend the big bucks to get him out of BBL Pacific. And there is a reason, or at least one of the reasons why they might be winning this first game. Money well spent, lads, yeah? Money well spent.
Come back, come back.
That was outrageous. That final shot, the flick over, the headshot found as well. Shields or not, that's going to take you out. That was crazy. What a player. You know, we talked about Mini a lot. He's 20-9 right now. But comeback, 20-11. Playing that first man in role.
If you see a man sliding towards you with a sniper, run away.
4 of you must peek him at once.
Zeus, why are you not doing that? It's been a bad day for Zeus. It's been a really bad day.
It's been a tough
series. If this is the first time you're watching FUT play, where have you been? But secondly, this is very much out of the norm. This guy has been, at times, I think he was top of the whole ACS ladder earlier in the year. For not just for our region, for everyone. We were talking about this guy as like, he might be the next coming of Christ with how well he was playing. Today, it just looked very bad, especially for his standards. I gotta hope it's an anomaly, and maybe gotta hope that in these last few rounds, he's starting to wake up.
Look at the investment here from FUT. They've kept credits for the next round.
Mr. Fun, like, why me? What would I do?
But 12-6 looking likely to be locked in. From there, it'll be a very difficult situation for FUT, walking a spine of knives to get back into this game. One stumble, and it's done for. And in almost every fight, it will be classics brought to bear. They've got a couple of sheriffs to work with. And no shields across the board, which only gives Comeback a chance to have that ult online before the game's over.
Let's be real, it didn't matter if they did have shields, as we saw in the last round. Oh, they've got the stack right for now. Of course, like with the amount of space that's already there for Vekaj. The drone will see nothing. That might start to be alarm bells in their minds. Although, he's sold that as a ruse. The idea is, okay, guys, they now think we're going C. Best of luck on your way into the... Okay. That's also the spike.
Spike and a weapon to defend it. But the ult from Prox is going to just grab it back before they can triple stack up. They were a second late, and now they run back out into Comeback. He's popping. What is he doing, man? At 4 versus 2 at that point.
That was rude.
And he just tries to shorty them. They've even got Vekaj back here as a second lurker on this side of the map, and geez, he's not even needed. 12-6, easily put up on the board. And now, FUT face a gargantuan task. 6 rounds in a row, matching that they've managed to put up so far, some of which was off the pistol.
This round, expectations were almost 0, but it still became interesting for a second or two. There was no realm in which mates were letting that round slip away. 12-6, close to their second victory since stage 1 began. They won the first match versus Liquid, didn't manage anything else. Now look to go again, but CNED is in their way. Mini, Vekaj have already given them the advantage back within the first 10 seconds of the round, and now Zeus has hit another. It has come back also on just 2 HP, both duelists incredibly low.
This is it. CNED, he gets out. He doesn't! The gate crashes way too close, but the ult keeps him alive. This man is dancing with death, trying to take the lead. But for now, it's FUT locked out of the side. They've got a player from every direction. They've got a showstopper fire through and come back down. CNED tripling up with the operator. He should have been dead to rights. But FUT are still drawing breath as this series nears its close.
It's not the first time he's had the AWP. I feel like it must have been. Like, he's been in a position where they just haven't really been able to do it financially, and I think that has bitten them. This guy is so good with this weapon, the early aggression, the TP out of there, the realization, literally a millisecond away from death, but looking comfortable with this gun in hand, and I only wish that we had seen FUT go for this a little sooner. But if there is going to be a change of tides, maybe that will be part of it. Comeback, though. Anything you can do, I can do better. He's bought one up on the attack, clearly trying to counter.
Starting out with that AWP versus AWP battle. This is going to decide the fate of the round, and it's Comeback to open things up. He doesn't know that Zeus has slipped by. Made it into this corner, but as he swings back out, he'll win the fight.
Fair enough.
Taking Comeback down and evening the numbers. Ops removed.
Yeah, I thought he was going to give Comeback the exact fight he wanted. He still manages to win. He is hanging around, though. We've mentioned this man, but this is a big ask, and I think overstaying is welcome in the end.
It's only one player going in this direction. That flash is going to go deep. Kamek isn't even clear in the corner. Wait, he's turned, but not in time. Yedajay manages to thread the needle for the numbers back equalized. It looked for a moment like the tide was curling its last finger. But FUT may yet stand a chance to stitch it to the shore to keep this series going. They need a pick as the plant is coming in. The reveal clears that backside.
30 seconds left.
The late play from Yedajay coming through, but this is going to be a contest for spawn by the looks of things. Mates have already taken that control up top. They've taken drop, and the plant is right down below it. Mini, the man that they haven't been able to get past in so many of these rounds. The beast that they had outrun many a time now stands in their path, and he swings wide. He's looking for that kill. He's found the Omen, looking the other way. It's a massive pick for Mini. The first domino falls here and now. And as time ticks away, a totem pole stands against them, but it's only one. It's only Vekash left. The beating heart of mates in this round. The defuse tap at the time desperately low, and Yetterjay, he's managed to get it. Close as it may be, footer on 8.
Yeah, they have needed him to bail them out of so many scenarios. But he's been happy to deliver some early battles, some very aggressive positions. Well, the Gentlemates now taking themselves a pause, realizing this is the moment they need to chat.
This is no problem.
Well, with this big play from Yetterjay, he's kept FUT in the running. He's put 8 on the board, 4 in a row. That's a bit more of a digestible task. And alongside those kills were his 1,000th. He's managed to connect it here on stage today. Yetterjay, a mainstay of VCT EMEA, and for good reason, styling his way to this milestone.
Still such a young player as well. I think he keeps this up in the next 10 years. 10,000 will come easy, but he's definitely off the mark with the 1,000. Of course, some of the players up against him joining the league for the first time. It definitely shows the parallels. That man who's obviously been here, done that, got the t-shirt, been around since the very beginning with champions under his belt. But they're going to need the mentality of champions if they're going to turn this back around. 4 in a row still needed. And mates, well, they tried to stop it early.
Now, looks like there's a lot of weapons for Gentlemates, but keep in mind they are saving their credits through to the next. Come back with a bookie in his hands, but an ult in his back pocket. He's still got a big opportunity to do some damage, and it will be a very direct play. Brought through, he's being caught ulting by Yetterjay. 1,000 is not where he's looking to stop, and CNET joining him for 2. This round should be done. You can never count Mini out, but he hasn't got the spike, and
Poison's off.
even if he had his ult, he won't be able to steal that back without some serious effort.
I think his expectation is that FUT aren't just going to sit still. They're going to go looking. They're going to go hunting.
They don't know what they have, I think.
No. Maybe it was spotted when they got the kill, but even still, with the position he was in, they've given it up for such a long time. Spike has been retrieved. Timing looking possible, but tapping this door once again. Because he went all the way around, it almost sets the belief that this could be him making his way back to B. So they'll have to leave one behind. At least creates the possibility of more of an open fight. And with how much time he still has, could go looking. Instead, Prowler leads the charge. With how much utility still there, he's definitely in a troublesome position, revealed, and the trail will give away his every move, and seized up as well by Cracks. It's the full belt of utility in the kitchen sink thrown at Mini, but it makes sure that FUT confirms the round.
3 in a row now. It's looking more and more doable as time ticks on for this defensive side. Building their way up. Now, I think that puts Mini 1 away from a Viper's pit. They've got a Rolling Thunder to get into a site. Big problems potentially brewing. You think about how impactful CNET has been with that operator. Well, it's certainly not going to be easy to use that into a pit. If Gentlemates get onto a site, things will spiral out of control quickly for the side of FUT. They have to be solid in their defense.
This goes here.
Viper's pit.
Scanning ahead.
Rolling Thunder. Both potential usage in this round. One to get you in, one to potentially confirm it. They're taking their time. been a slow game so far. I'd be surprised if this is sent through before the orb is picked up. I guess they don't want to sell the idea that they're here, and while CNED already is going to fall out. Happy to give that up. The plant should give the ultimate in anyway.
I think they might have even waited for that gate crash to fade. If not, a terribly lucky timing from them. And this is what we were talking about. Rolling Thunder to take the site. Viper's Pit to secure it. And it stretches far. This almost blocks out the waterfall approach. A Paranoia into a TP now behind them. A big chance here for Mr. Fallen. He's dropped the pit. That gives them an opportunity with the advantage already theirs and health. The decay fading away. It is FUT to march back into that site with a dominant battle and no utility to deny that defuse. Double digits found. The ults, they landed. Nate's got everything they wanted out of them, but a great response from FUT has kept them alive.
Yeah, it was the TP from Mr. Fallen in combination with CNED just basically giving his life. Like, clearing out that pit was so desperately important, and I don't really feel like Mini had the support that he needed to hold on to it. I feel like everybody else had other ideas of taking space and getting aggressive, and it ended up being maybe two different plans set in motion. FUT have done incredibly well, though. Their fourth retake in a row, their fourth defusal, and more importantly now, just 2 rounds away from taking us to overtime. It was looking like a similar scenario to map number 1, but once again, that opener has only gone in one direction. And just look how surrounded it already feels. A TP. 2 players on the backline, but I don't mind this from Mates. They've decided, okay, we're surrounded. Let's try and take some space.
That's a good read to take that fight elsewhere. Yetishay, though, has caught them off. The first was looking, the second wasn't, and now he's almost dead for the grave as Yetishay sends them straight there. It's 12 to 11 with Mini. Unless Mini can pull off this 1v4. He's got the first. Maybe I shouldn't count him out so quickly. But he is 24 HP with 40 seconds on the clock. A plant needed, players close by. It seems as though right at the end of their path, the Summit is retreating from them as they continue to press on. Overtime on the cards again.
Well, he also killed Yetishay, right? So he 1v5. Would be. It's not going to happen, but it would be if he does it. We'd have to put that one in the history books, there's no doubt about it, but with how much HP, how many players still standing, and they're just waiting on the other side, it was never going to happen. Zeus comfortable in the close, and what was such a dominant position, a done deal, a signed seal delivered, has now come down to just 1 round. Gentlemates are crumbling. And as we mentioned, the playoffs position, even though we're in week 1, you've got to talk about it with their life within the league on the line. Every win counts for them.
There.
That is 5 match and series points for Mates that have been fumbled. 5 in a row. Soon could turn to 6. We could go all the way to overtime.
Go, go, go.
And as time limps towards its brink, it is FUT that are heating up in this series. Mates committing so much to previous rounds, they don't have ultimates to play with, and look at what's there on the other side. Good info gathering alongside CNED's dimensional drift. Their more favorable rounds are behind them, Tom.
The operator for comeback. They did well to deny the aggression before, but haven't really needed to put that extra pressure in. They are so passive right now. And you can see the amount of time the Mates are having to take to just clear every angle. They're fighting shadows that don't sit before them. The TP has given Mr. Fallen every single piece of information he ever would have needed. 40 seconds left on the clock as they look to make their move. He's still got Paranoia ready, a smoke to delay them as well.
Paranoia is going to buy so much time. The reveal as well, they've seen comeback come in. They know that the commitment is here, but Mr. Fallen still needs to stand strong. Now has backup with Cracks by his side. Another needed. Damage done, but he's wrapped on by Bekash. Dimensional Drift gets here, perhaps too late, but it's left to a 1 versus 1. CNED! Oh, and the shorty! He has brought them all the way to overtime. A battle for FUT that looked so unlikely. They needed 6 in a row. And after dominating on Sunset, we've got a close final map that almost ended here and now.
I thought he had it, like when he hit that shot and then the flash dissipated, I thought for a second he was going to land that shot. See that back on the stage.
It's the most animated I think I've ever seen him.
I think he had 6 kills in the first half.
Yeah.
He's up to 16. Ever since that operator was put into his hands, he has got better and better and better and better. And for mates, oh, this is looking like a real crumble.
It looked like a new face, Tom. But it could be the same old story for mates. Close, but not close enough. Faltering at the final hurdle 6 times in a row. An opening for FUT sends them into a spiral. Kamik's known to be close, but he doesn't know there's 2 right around that corner. And FUT, this plan should be free as mates crumble one after another.
They've been known for these clutches, but as they've seemingly become weaker, FUT have only been getting stronger. These post plants. Oh, Mini's done well already. Well, Crux ends up being left out to dry, and now Mini has to try and fight everybody, and not this time. But continue their streak. It wasn't just a fake comeback to OT. They are now 1 away, and they're back on that trusty defensive side where, well, once we get back in, you can already know they won 6 in a row on. They just need to add 1 more.
It's got to be tough, the mental game at this point for Gentlemates. They've had a team creep back up from where they seem to be down and out. They doubled the rounds on the side of FUT, brought us to overtime, and then crushed mates. These kind of comebacks are so difficult to fight against. I'm not talking about the man who has been opting for mates. These scenarios are where fate forgets mercy and teams fall by the wayside. A streak from FUT stands unbroken. And mates have 1 chance here to buy another overtime, or this will be a bitter memory for them throughout stage 2.
Tough thing as well is that FUT have fallen back into these super passive holds. But because throughout the map they've had these cheeky, aggressive plays, you can just see the mates are kind of in their own heads about this. They're taking so much time to clear everything. Trying to sell a ruse as of right now, which will hold players into the site, but their opponents have been happy to play retake and selling comeback for this opener. Will it be worthwhile?
They didn't break the trip.
Yenergy up above. This is such an unorthodox spot, but realizes he doesn't need to overcommit, instead falling back, wanting to try and escape, and will do. They've been happy to play the retake, why not try it once again?
That discipline is going to pay off. The trades out on the other side of the map keep numbers in FUT's favor. This is a different identity. A team that before would have spiraled into 1-by-1 fights, flooded the site, attempted by all means necessary to stop the plant. Instead, teamwork has taken over. They will look to move back in together for good reason, but Bekash stands in their way. The 1v1, another chance, and this time he wins it. The series not over yet.
He was the man in that clutch last time when he faced off against Cena with an operator in hand, and last time it didn't work out. This time they hold strong together, but he's the one that deals that additional damage. So important as well, because that initial fake, it kept players there, but it did not work. They needed a hero. And on his debut within the league, that's exactly what Vekash has delivered. A story yet to really be told, but one that I'm sure if he keeps this up, will definitely be a talking point.
Comes the challenge onto comeback. He doesn't find it, but Kamek is there. Even stunned up, he's good for another. Foot on the back foot, but in goes CNED to try to even the odds. Instead, he has left one man alone. One man who has threaded the needle through this C site. Yetege looking to add 2 more kills to the tally. But they've read this. You can see by where Mini is looking on that mini-map. He knows that this player should be wrapping around. They're looking at the spawn, but they've cleared it at just the wrong moment. A 1v1 offered, but he doesn't find it in time. That now should be it. They can play this together. The snake bite even to delay him. He walks straight through it, through the smoke, catches the angle, but not the shot. A second opportunity. But he falters here, and as the wall goes down, it's a shorty to take him out. 14-13 now. Another match and series point for Gentlemates.
Again, it feels like the thinnest of margins. Kamek managing to kill out a player while stunned.
One enemy.
And other than that, effective trading, and that was what they were going for here. If the shorty can find even just a bit of damage, they're happy just to look for that trade. Mini has now hit his 30th kill. It's actually going to be their pause being called by the looks of it. Goked just wanting to give them that little extra boost. Maybe try and be the calm within what is a storm of rounds. But it also gives the same for the other side.
Well, this is the 7th opportunity to close this series. A hard-fought one that, let's not forget, Mates started out dominantly, but they went missing on their own map pick of Sunset. This timeout, I think, is so valuable because you can't allow that stall to rear its ugly head again. For FUT to climb right back into it, it is so hard to bounce back from those scenarios, and I think that injection of morale from Vekash winning the clutch, it got them that mental reset. Now's the time to steady the ship and make sure they don't veer off course in their most crucial moment.
That goes there. Oh,
A long 5 weeks
Yes, this should do.
for either of these teams. And they'll be hoping for quite a bit more, but it feels like both of these squads have somewhat earned, but also somewhat thrown away opportunities at getting that first dub onto the board. Of course, for Mates last season, it was exactly the same. The first match went their way and then nothing else, but they'll be hopeful that with this young squad of rookies, they'll have found the missing pieces of the puzzle. An aggressive stance taken for Mr. Fallen, but he does have support.
Yeah, Zeus is here. Crack's not far away either. I think that door is broken open, I'd assume so, with their positions. Yeah, it is. So the quick rotation, certainly possible here. Zeus takes contact. He's drawing their eye. He wants them to think about him and only him, but now Mr. Fallen's hand is being forced with the snake bite. He grabs one. Another goes the way of FUT with Zeus, but Mini, again, the hero of this squad. They still have to contend with Mr. Fallen, and it will be done. A 2 versus 2, and a plant for Mini here gives them the pit to play around, but they have to get past CNED, who's got the angle and the timing. We could be going to another overtime. Vekash again with a clutch for the series, but Yetege's caught him off guard.
14-14.
Switching sides.
Again, proving to be a marathon and not a sprint. Another player starting to step up is Zeus. I think he only had 4 kills in the previous half, but nice! Trying to climb his way up the board. We mentioned that if he comes alive at the depths, nothing will matter. Well, can see the stress that is there for the side of Mates. Once again, it's going to be aggression in the early stages of this round, and wow, Prox has started off well.
He has done well to start. He even gets out of there. The teleport. Shrouding him in the shadows as he makes it across the line. Yettage. Oh, he's been spotted. They saw the barrel. The stun grants the kill. Numbers back in favor of Mates, but Vekaj quick to fall. Another in favor of FUT. 3 versus 2. Vinny's been good for multi-kills almost every time. Above 30 kills so far in this series. But he needs to push so much further. It's him and Prox against the world, and it's Mini that they look to push.
They're undoing. Prox's position revealed. Mini now going to be facing in. He needs to pull off a miracle. Knows there two there. Tried to isolate. They're forced back in to Prox, and now Mini is all that remains. CNED looking to try and join up with his teammate, wondering if that was a fake, and it's close, but it's not quite enough. It's CNED with 3 of the best.
Switching
FUT
sides.
now with a chance to close this out. We've had miracles, we've had heroes, we've had just about everything.
Enemy remaining.
Once again, it's the experienced squad of FUT that have the chance.
I do really like the new look to this squad. I think the discipline, especially Yettage.
CNED's now top, by the way. You remember, was he like 6 and like, I don't even know.
12, 13, something like that.
It wasn't great, whatever it was.
Oh, it was abysmal. That first half was not kind to him, but he has heated up. Perhaps he'll be the downfall of Gentlemates. Patience on display from Yettage is being commendable every step of the way. It looks like he has a challenge brewing as the sea of red shifts its way towards this A site.
That's looking well on for like a 60-70 kill series, which for his first time back in a year and on a new role, I think FUT will take, but the thing they're really looking for is that victory for Mates. The site is under their control, but Yettage, that is gorgeous. He hears the position of comeback and already manages to take down the Turkish player on the other side.
Oh, a flurry of frags go back. Gentlemates looking down and out. A dark spot on their career, and it's FUT looking to bring this night into full effect. Mini stands alone, and the light has gone out for Gentlemates. FUT 16-14, a hard-fought series. They went down 1-0 to start this. They barely played mine, but nobody was missing here on Lotus.
Yeah, a really impressive turnaround, and it's definitely going to be a heartbreaking defeat for Mates from a 12-6 advantage that ends up slipping away. But that is the difference. You play up against a squad that has been around the block, has been to champions, been to international events, has a champions winner in their mix who's brought in just for stage 2 after the first couple being without a captain. And well, the fact is, it seems like that experience is what got them over the line. A fantastic recovery in a match that looked to go the other way, and a first all-important win on the books for FUT.
Well, he might not quite be top of the server top. Mini 34 kills,